Do you ever feel like your favourite content creators just stop caring? They hit it big, and it's all about side businesses and paid advice that isn't even from them. And meanwhile, the content you get for free is the same rinse and repeat garbage that they've been putting out for the last 5 years. In today's video, we're going to be pulling the curtain back and exposing why, once they get a bit of clout, these creators fall off. If they started out with the fact that, listen, I'm trying to make a bit of money here, and if I can help young men along the way, then so be it. It's always the case of, no, I'm here for advice, but money's always the lesser goal. It doesn't seem that way to me.
When they're in the early phase of the channel,
The prepubescent phase, if you will.
they're always talking about, I'm not about these courses. I'm just raw. Here's my advice. Here's my takes on life. And I'm just giving it you for free because that's just who I am.
Guys, I'll never sell out.
2 years later, you've got 100,000 subscribers. You're starting thinking potential. All what you've said at the start goes out the window and the real motive comes in. Ka-ching.
That's the beauty of online. You can just private the videos and then you never said all that stuff. You can start off the fancy course. You can start off the fancy supplement range. Maybe even some of that drip off it. Boom. Now I'm a certified Mega Man boss.
If you want to position yourself as one of these online consultants, we aren't interested in that content. I'm not interested in paying £200 for, have a 30-minute chat with my online friend. If that's what people want to do, then
So be it.
So
do
be
as
it.
you please.
But it's when they come out and it's like, I don't want to be an online consultant. I don't want to be another course seller. I don't want to be another guru. And then as soon as the opportunity to make the money comes, all that goes out the window.
For me, you don't have to get your millions of fans. By the way, there's millions of people watching this, if you didn't know. You don't have to get your millions of fans titillated in every word. You can come online and start businesses elsewhere. There's a social responsibility where you have people to please, that makes sense. But if you were to start, let's say, a dropshipping business, you could have secured the bag online, not done it in such fashion where you've got audiences relying on you.
If you walk into a car dealership, you know what's what. The guy who's selling it to you is going to give you the hard sell. Everybody knows what's what. But when you're going online and you're genuinely just looking for advice and you're finding guys who are selling hope, that's where it becomes shady. Everybody knows that car salesmen are shady. So you go in there expecting to deal with a shady car salesman. But you don't go online as a 16-year-old young lad thinking, oh my God, some girl the other day turned me down. I need to mute to Luke's Max.
Am I a simp for mewing to looks max, or is edging goated?
Edging goated.
As a way with young individual, you're going to be sucking into that, aren't you? You're more than likely to be sucking in as opposed to anyone else. There is 1,000,001 ways you can monetize yourself and make money online. If the brass taxes is why did you have to come online and lie to children? I think generally speaking, it's quite a telltale sign as to when someone is falling off, when they've secured the bag and it's like, right, I don't give a shit about my fan base anymore. When they first start out, a lot of editing, there's artwork in the thumbnails, there's a lot going on in the video. That's how you get people in. Yeah. But then when they secure the bag, it is a case of my 10-minute video will now turn into a half an hour set down talk with me, not editing anything out. There's a blatant and obvious fall off, isn't there? And that's not just us calling out any random YouTuber. I think you can find that with damn near anyone online. Once you start securing the bag, it's right, I'm giving no effort now.
Car rant YouTubers who proper fit that, where it's just they're videoing themselves in the car. But I think a lot of these are getting it off the bigger channels. But what they're not understanding is, like you say, the bigger channels did the editing. They did the thumbnails at the start. And now because they've got a few 100,000 subscribers or maybe even 1,000,000 or two, they can do that because they know their video is going to get pushed just by the sheer amount of subs they've got. But then people sort of trick themselves into thinking, well, if it works for them, I can. It's like, no, you've got 4 subscribers.
We're very much geared towards self-improvement. That's the way I see myself. What do you see yourself as?
Black pill ideologue.
Yeah, one of those guys. Once you've made your 1 or 2 videos on one topic, it's done, isn't it? Once you make your how to shower, how to cold shower, how to shower naked, how to shower with Johnny Sins, it's like you're making the same video here. There's only so many videos on one topic you can make, and it's almost like the creator forgets to evolve. They forget to make something new, and they have to continue making the same video over and over again. But then it's like, right, he's putting out the same video over and over again now. What other advice can I get from him? And that's when you're inclined to pay, isn't it?
Yeah, because you think, yeah, I think you're right there, because You do the journaling, you do the meditating, you do the cold
You
showers,
heed the advice, yeah.
and you do get an improvement. You still can't realise yourself that these people who are multimillionaires selling you this advice are the exception, not the rule. So you've done the exact same things as these people.
Yeah.
So you think, why aren't I a multimillionaire now? Because I've done everything I need to.
Yeah.
Why aren't I a millionaire guru? So you think there must be some hidden knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's where what you've just come in and says.
Yeah, man.
The hidden knowledge is the thing that's hidden behind the paywall. But it's not. They're just talking about cold showers in more depth.
Yeah, the science behind it. Now, we'd never pay for these courses for context, but I've seen a lot of them explained to me online from members. A lot of the time, when you go in there and you seek expertise on finances, let's say you want to start a property management business,
Yeah.
and you go into X YouTuber's course, that YouTuber knows how to be a millionaire YouTuber, knows a little bit about self-improvement. They don't know about finances. So what they do is they pay for experts to be your guide in there. So let's say you won't go through finance, they'll have a financial advisor for you. So what you're paying for is the YouTuber's brand and not them.
To be fair, on the face of it, that sounds right. I don't want to take advice off somebody who isn't qualified to give me that advice.
I agree.
But the issue is the Hustlers University thing. They've got people on there who are giving lectures. The Tate brothers don't give the lectures themselves. They only give some of them. They're basically getting guys off Fiverr who've got dodgy degrees. Do you know what I mean? They've got degrees from like
Charlie Puth Academy of Astrophysicism and Forklift Engineering.
that must be disappointing for a lot of people, because when they're getting these lectures, I think a lot of these people are doing it because they look up to these people and they see them as like their online friends.
Yeah, well, that's the surrogate father type thing, isn't it? When it must be disappointing, yeah. Let's say you've paid for it as a 18-year-old and you expect to go in there talking to your favourite YouTuber, and you're not. You're talking to your favourite YouTuber's PA. You're talking to his paid worker. It will be disappointing. At best, you'll probably get an introductory conversation. Thanks for joining, bro.
No wonder the content's stale when the personalities behind it are so stale. When you can make when you can make a generalised statement and it fits 95% of the community.
Yeah, and that should tell you everything about the mainstay creators, shouldn't it? It should tell you everything you need now. That they've all gone down the same path. They've all gone down the same path, and now they are not all following the same cut and paste pattern of how do I get money out of my fans. It brings us beautifully onto the point we're about to talk about. I think it's a tale as old as time itself. People get a bit of clout, they get a bit of money, and they get a bit of that sloppy toppy. These guys, they love to talk about body counts and how they cycle through women, and how high value men get loads of women.
A lot of these guys are geomaxing as well. Across the board,
everyone.
So many of these guys have got podcasts where they set up in Thailand and they're just going through Thai women.
Everyone's telling you how you need go travel and you need go experience foreign women. Everyone keeps telling you that.
Every single one of these guys has lived in Thailand. They've lived in Bali. This is why you can't look up to these people too much. They're 30 years old. They've got $500,000 in the bank. And they've got 4 6 out of 10s in the DMs.
Cycling through.
They're going insane.
And then you go online. And when you put out a pretty mid video, your fans are there. Oh, honestly, this was the video I needed. You saved my life. And it's like, I get it, man. I get why your ego would inflate. But it is down to a stoic man. It is down to someone who can look at themselves introspectively and think, right, I need to keep my ego in check here.
Yeah. Stoicism works both ways. People have got this mindset that stoicism's like, if the times are tough, you keep going. Yeah, but if the times are good, you've got to try and have a moment of celebration. Yeah. You're forgetting who you were.
Yeah, and that's the point. A lot of these guys are just forgetting who they were. You started off as a bedroom dwelling YouTuber. You know what I mean? Look at us. We're in a bedroom now chilling. In 10 years' time, 5 years' time, let's say as well, are we really going to be globetrotting, telling you how Asa Akira's feels?
You're telling young lads how to grow a stable mind, to grow mental fortitude. And then the second you get a bit of success, you're going off the rails. It's like, hold on a minute. 2 years ago, you were saying, this is how to stay grounded with success. But you were saying this is how you stay grounded with success because you'd read it in a book, not because you'd witnessed it. It's all right looking into stoicism, or it's all right looking into gym and health. You've got to try and decouple that from the actual person who's selling it you. Because ultimately, if you're only doing it because an internet personality's told you to do it, Humans are very flippant. We're very inconsistent. Don't take this as just like we're criticising these people. We're just trying to offer advice of the ideas aren't that bad, but the personalities that come along with it are very prone to becoming, what's the word? They're becoming prone to be distracted by worldly pleasures. Like say, if you've got a lot of money or you've got a lot of girls in your DMs, it's very easy for you to become distracted. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the things they said at the start were correct. The books that they were talking about, there's a lot of good information in it. And if they do inevitably fall off, then yeah, the ideas are still worth following.
If you spend a long time online and you have a fan base behind you, chances are you as a person, your ideas and your way of thinking may change. Extrapolate the idea from the person. People are prone to change, which is absolutely fine. But you as the viewer need to remember that you aren't the same person you were 5 years ago. Once these guys start making money, they are probably going to change. And you need to remember that. And if you don't remember that, I'm going to come and keg you.
Am I a simp for mewing to looks max, or is edging goated?
Edging goated.